For today, I thought I would share with you how I go about setting up my helmet to film our motorcycle rides for YouTube. So stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, we're going to let you know how I have set up my motorcycle helmet to film our rides for our YouTube channel. And first off, let me tell you, I am a beginner at filming motorcycle rides. I am not, however, a beginner at filming two-wheel rides because we have done quite a few e-bike videos out there. And one of the things that I really like about what we do is we keep everything very simple. And so for our e-bike rides, I just have a chest mount camera and we just go ahead and film our rides. This particular one is a Shorewhoa. There's a harness underneath of my shirt. It keeps it where people are not looking at you and saying, he's filming, stay away from him or anything. You can also turn it sideways to get vertical film for shorts or Instagram, TikTok, that type of filming. And it's very easy on, very easy off. For our audio, we use a DJI microphone, and we don't even use a receiver for it. We just internally record it. I put one on me, I put one on my wife, and it's that simple of a matter. You just hit one button in editing and you sync all the audio together, and you can do whatever you need with the audio. We get great audio for our rides. And it's a very simple system. So we're very pleased with how we were doing that. My thought on the motorcycle was I'm going to do something similar. I've always used a GoPro Hero 8, the 9, 10, 11, and 12. They've all had problems with crashing, overheating. I've never had a bit of problem. The Hero 8 is very reliable, so we've been very happy with it. Well, I went out and I did some chest-mounted filming here, and I wasn't too crazy about the perspective on it. Even on a dual sport motorcycle, I felt like it was too low. So we wanted to go with a helmet mount. Now, the best perspective on that's going to be right here on the chin. And I ordered a chin mount. When it came in, I looked at that and I thought, wow, there's not very much surface to adhere that to a helmet. Even with 3M tape, wasn't too crazy about that idea. And about the same time, I found a very similar mount to this. It's a mount that straps onto the chin bar, and it also has, instead of just this hook sticking out, it had a mount that appeared to be the exact same mount that I was using on my chest mount. So I thought, boy, great. I got that in, I put it on here. I wasn't crazy about how tight it was, or was not actually. And of course that bottom strap interferes with the helmet release to raise the helmet up and down. So I threw that to the side for a little bit, but I kept coming back to it. And I thought, boy, this would be a good way of doing things. So what I did was I took off the back rubber piece on that, and then I grinded off the nubs that hold that on. Then I cut it into basically a circle, and went ahead and put some 3M tape on it. It's mounted right here, and grinded down the edge to that 3-inch tape. We drilled a hole in it for the tether. When I came back to the helmet and put it on here, it wasn't really matching the contours real well, so I put a second piece of 3M tape on there. When I heated it up and adhered it into here, that just let everything form to where I got a really great mount right there. So now we can go from our chest mount, and we can just slip it off of there, put it onto the helmet mount, and we're ready to go. Next thing is the audio we had to deal with. Now, like I say, I've always used a GoPro, but it's not so easy to just pop a receiver inside the helmet, because what you want to do is you want to turn on the camera and turn on the receiver at a similar time and then give your signature. so you're not looking in the middle of 40 minutes of shooting to get that signature. And with it being inside the helmet, that wasn't quite so easy. So we thought, well, we'll just go back to the microphone adapter. I had that attached with Velcro on here, and I wasn't real happy about that. When you wasn't filming, you didn't want to leave that adapter on there, and so you'd take it off. Now you got wires hanging out of the helmet for the microphone. Unless you take all that out, then that's a pain to put back in. So what we ended up doing was we said, well, okay, if that's not going to do it, let's get the DJI camera. I ordered an Action 5 camera. After I ordered it, I looked at some of the reviews and everything, and I actually canceled that order, and I ended up going with the Action 4. I think it's very appropriate for what I happen to be doing with my filming here. I think it's plenty good enough for it. We also ended up getting a Mic 2, and what this does is it Bluetooth connects to the camera itself. So all we have to do is take our microphone, turn it on, and we just set it inside the helmet, and we're completely ready to go now. Completely ready to go. To mount that microphone inside, what I did was took a little flexible magnet that is actually meant for the back of a refrigerator magnet. Has adhesive on one side, and it's a little magnet. And I just stuck it inside the helmet right at the chin bar right here, where it's out of the way of the vents, but it's still setting in there. And then with this magnet combined with it, them two just clip together and we're good to go. The only modification that I did on anything was I trimmed down this dead cap, because this particular helmet, it was close enough to my chin that I could feel that. So I trimmed that down. That's how we've done it. I've been able to keep in with my own philosophy of keep everything as simple as we possibly can. So let's go try it out. So we've been out here and we've run this for a few days now. I made a little bit of a modification to what we were doing on it, in that I made this linkage here a little bit taller. The plus side of that is I can look down and see if I'm recording on the camera with the little red light, and I can also see if the microphone is Bluetooth connected. And make no mistake, you can turn this on and the connection not get made, and so you'd hate to ruin a lot of audio. So that's a big help to me right there. Now, what's the downside of that? Well, it doesn't make it to where you can just pull it off of right here and clip it onto your chest mount. But the nice thing is, when we're dealing with the DJI, I can take it off right here at this magnetic and mechanical attachment and hook it right onto my chest mount that way. So I'd say overall, that's a better solution. You know, it eliminates the chance of losing my audio on one of these, or having gloves on and reaching up here and thinking I hit the record button and I actually didn't hit it. So yeah, we'll put a link to everything that we're using down in the description. And you know, let me know what you think of the video and the audio on this. Like I said, I'm new to the DJI and I'm new to recording on a motorcycle. And if you do some motovlogging and you're watching this, throw in some tips there of what you think might be able to help us out on this. I'm always looking to make these videos better for you guys and more simplified. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this one right here. Until the next one, hey, this is Southern Cycling and Beyond letting you know, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again,
We are out.